Howdy y'all, it's Wayne from Getting Outdoors and want to talk a little bit about self-pollination. Now, usually I have a lot of bees that at this time in the evening, I'll have tons of bees around in the flowers, just mulling around. And this year I just don't have them. I've got a few around. So what I've been having to do, is kind of self-pollinate things. The cucumbers, which are over there, I haven't had to do much with them. But let me show you just real quick how easy this is to do. So what you try to do is find the male flower, right? And what that male flower is one without fruit on it, okay? And then what I do is I take it off. And then what I'll do is I'll peel this down, and I'll get it back on camera after I get it all peeled away here. So as I peel these petals away, you see now this is a male flower. Now you know why they call it a male flower. All right. So now a female flower is going to be a flower that has one that has fruit on it. So let's find one. And we've got one right here. Here's a good one. All right. So you see that's got fruit. Here's the fruit. This is a fruit. Has not opened yet. This one is open a little bit. And look inside. All right. So as that is open, what I do, and some people, what they'll do is they'll take a little Q-tip or something like that. Hi, Mia. Yes, I'm over here. Dogs always want to know what's going on in the garden. So I'll take this, let me get this leaf out of the way, and I'll just gently kind of open up this and put it right down in there. And then just gently, all I'm doing is kind of painting this, right? And you're just making contact. So all you're now doing is now you've self-pollinated that. Now, whether that takes that one time or several times, it depends. So I'll find another one. Here's another one, right? And you come out, mid-morning, early mid-morning, or late in the evening like it is now, and these flowers are right now starting to close up. But if you come out, mid-morning, they're wide open. So you see, again, I gotta see if I can get a close-up of that, and that's all I'm doing is look, just kind of painting that right in there. And then if you have to, you can encourage that to kind of come back. Don't tear any of the petals on the female flower, right? Because it's got to close back up and protect itself. So there, I have in just a couple of minutes hand pollinated 3 different yellow squash. Now let's talk about how you can do that with tomatoes. So here is zucchinis. I got spaghetti squash, same thing, zucchini, spaghetti squash. You can do the same exact thing to pollinate those. But now let's talk about how to pollinate tomato plants. So tomato plants, a lot of times, get pollinated just by the wind. And you can come in here and you see these flowers are ready to be pollinated. That means a bee needs to come. And the thing about a tomato plant is that the male and female are the same. They're all there. What it needs to happen is a little wind, bee buzzing by it. So all you need to do is get there, look, and just flick it. Okay, you see how I'm flicking it pretty good, right? Don't worry about these falling off or anything. If one falls off, that means that it didn't get pollinated and it wasn't going to get pollinated, right? So here, same thing. You see, we've got a tomato that's growing right there, and these others didn't get pollinated, so those are going to fall off. But here you've got some, and that's all you're going to do. Sit there and I call it tickling the tomatoes, right? I tell the kids, hey, let's go tickle the tomatoes. And they come out and they will do this, you know, with me. There's some people that will actually come out and use an electric toothbrush and do that. Not sure why. Get an electric toothbrush for it, but that's what people do. So again, all you're doing here is just creating just like what a bee would come around and do, because the bees, just all they're going to do is they're in there buzzing around and mixing that pollen inside that. So really that's all you have to do. If you don't have pollinators, you're having some hard times getting things growing, try that little trick. Again, you got yellow zucchini, you got spaghetti squash, and you got your yellow squash, green zucchini, spaghetti squash, tomatoes. Same thing with your cucumbers over here. You can do the same thing, kind of tickle your cucumbers. And I think we've had a lot of breeze through here, so those have actually been doing well and haven't had to have any help. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of any other videos that we have coming up.